Yeah. Coke fed, press some hand, let's get in the car, I said. She grabbed my hand, girls resting, met the bar, witness said. Tears fled the head, I'm waiting, I guess she tweet, I guess she confessed. She thinking less, not drinking less. Bathroom says, best to get spontaneous. I stereotype, put to rest tonight. Imagine, believe, and achieve, it works. Skyline as I rise like fireworks. Smell through the bad, don't touch my purse.
No, don't touch my purse. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of After the Storm, your Oklahoma City Thunder post-game analysis show. And the Thunder took care of business tonight, did they not? I'm joined by my guy, of course, Nathan Taylor of YNB. What's up, brother?
Hey man, what's going on? How are you?
Good. How was your holidays?
And it was good. It was busy, very busy, but good.
Well, it's supposed to be. I mean, my New Year's was fantastic. I enjoyed myself thoroughly. I was not ready to come back home. I completely enjoyed where I was located at and what I was doing, but I had to come back and hang out with you guys. So it is what it is.
Share a little bit.
Huh? What?
Where were you in? Where were you in?
Oh, hell no. We ain't doing none of that. I was in a warm location, and I thoroughly enjoyed myself. Let's just say it like that, okay? Thoroughly enjoyed myself. Why you laugh, man? Why? See, I don't even talking trash with you, man. You already starting trash.
I'm assuming you probably weren't alone, if I had to guess.
Anyway, the Thunder took care of business. The Thunder took care of business tonight, 127-123 over the Celtics. That's what happened tonight, okay? That's what happened.
By the way, I was going to tell you that's an answer if I've ever heard one, by the way.
Anyways, we're not talking to you, man. I'm not talking to you right now. I'm trying to be a good boy, and you are just not feeling it with me. That's what you're doing. No, that's what happens. No, that's what happens. You know, I didn't see you after our last couple of wins, and this is what I deal with. This I come back to.
Well, you know, I was ready to go after the Nets game, dude.
I was ready to go too. I wasn't ready to have to go to the Nets game because I tried to go yesterday. I tried to call you. I was ready to go. Had all the stuff set up, and I talked about it today. But you didn't want to be on the show today. You're too busy. There at YNB, you're too busy.
Got to make the commander money. So.
Yeah, that is facts. And by the way, I was with him tonight. Him and Kimberly. We were together tonight and got to see them. I haven't seen them since before Christmas. Went to Kimberly's Christmas party. So had a good time with that, seeing the fam and doing all that. So and that's like my second. That's like my brother. You know that. We're pretty tight. Anyway, the Thunder, the next 10 games, they took care of Nets on New Year's Eve. They took care of the Celtics tonight, which is one of the main games we were really, really, really worried about. Agreed?
Mm-hmm.
And they took care of business tonight, so I was really nervous about that. But the Thunder did handle their business tonight. Yes, my guy Bruce Reinhardt of Rococo's goes, "Damn those Thunder kids." Yes, indeed, Bruce.
Well, and I mean, dude, we'll get into this, but they won, but boy. Agnew was trying to give it away, wasn't he?
Well, the thing is this. You can't – second and fourth quarter, we're going to go over that because I went ahead and did my numbers, and then we're going to go over that because I went ahead and got everything updated. But anyway, the Thunder have 8 games left in this 10 game because remember, guys, we're doing 10-game sets. We went 10-4. Then what did we go, 7-3?
Yep.
Is that right? Yep. 10-4, so that was 13. We had to go 8 because we went 7-3, and then we went, which was what 8? That's 13, and then we went 9 we went 8-2, and then 8-2.
We were 8-2 in the last 4.
Yeah, we're 8-2. So that's what we did, and then so now we have at the Hawks tomorrow night, which is a back-to-back, then at the Nets on Friday, then at the Wizards, and then at the Heat, which is going to be a tough thing, and then we're back here on Thursday, the 11th against the Blazers, and then the Magic. That scares the hell out of me. This is my thing. Mm-hmm. Games we should win, like at the Hawks, after coming off a big win like this, it made me nervous, but that same thing happened when we beat the Nuggets and had to come back and beat the Nets, and we did. So I think, we do what we got to do, and it helps that SGA. Okay, look, we've won 10 out of our last 12, okay? Here's SGA's numbers. 38, 30, 43, 25, 30, 31, 34, 34, 36, 40, 24, 36.
Good Lord, dude. I mean, and whether
dude, he's a monster, man. He's a monster. He really is. But, the Thunder took care of business tonight, and we're going to go ahead and give the stats for the score tonight. The Thunder took care of business, even though you and I both were really nervous, agreed, at the end. 127-123. The Thunder are now 23-9. The Celtics are 26-7. The Celtics were 15 of 40 from three, which they cooled off late at the end. And then the Thunder were 18 of 40, and Lou Dort was just terrible tonight. And when he starts doing that, pull his butt out the game. When he starts trying to score, when he's off, you need to quit shooting. Your game is not there tonight. You can't shoot.
Right.
Shoot. You're not good enough to shoot yourself back in. Your game is off. When Lou is either on or he's off. And the coach has got to go, hey, you're off. Let's stop shooting. Okay? 18 for 40. They were 45% from the field. We were 52. 47 rebounds to 38. And once again, the Thunder struggled. Once again, it's what they do. Agreed? I mean, rebounding is our Achilles heel. It really is, and we're going to go over the numbers. Go ahead.
Well, I think I sent you a text in the first 2 minutes of the game.
Offensive rebounds
could be the key to this game.
Yep, and so that's part of the deal right there. And then pips, OKC Thunder of 50 to 46 pips in the paint. Turnovers 14 to 12. And once again, we lead the NBA. One of the top leaders in the NBA. We're going to go over the stats here in a minute. 14 turnovers for them.
Hey, check out that screen. Is anybody else on here with us?
What are you
I
talking
hear
about?
somebody laughing in the background.
No, nobody's on it. It's just you.
Unless
it's the commander.
He said he was going to call in and listen the other night. He didn't end up doing it. But
I sent the commander a deal, but I don't think he's on because he would have said something.
Okay.
Is he on? I don't think he is because he would have said something.
I thought I heard somebody laughing in the background.
That's you. That's you. He's not. I don't think he came on tonight. But anyway, bench scoring: OKC Thunder 29, Celtics 28, Celtics 18. First time in a long time that we've outscored the opposing team's bench. That does not happen very often. But I will say this: our starters got off to a good start right at the beginning of the game. 17-17, and of course, it was 24-19, and then you bring in your group, and that's SGA, Joe, Kaysen, Wig, and Chet. When you bring in that group, that's the difference makers.
I love that group.
That's the difference makers right there. I mean, we can shoot it, we can defend. Now, Aaron Wiggins got a little scoring in his mind to start trying. Look, dude, you and Isaiah Joe, I don't want you doing anything. Don't try to take people off the move and do side steps, step back. Look, just catch the ball and shoot threes. I don't want you trying to do anything else. I don't want you heat checking from 40 feet and you ain't made a couple in a row. Now, if you made 2 or 3 in a row, then yeah, go ahead and heat check. But if you make one, you ain't hot. Stand by the 3-point line, catch and shoot. Wears me out. But anyway, the Thunder with that group, 24-19 with 3 minutes and 25 seconds, ended up 31-29. Okay, went on a nice run there. So, but it's because he brings in that other group kind of at the end. He brings the starters back in with 2 minutes to go, and it really, I think, affects the chemistry of what we're trying to do. Second quarter, J-Dub, Chet, Wiggins, Dort, and Micic. That seems to be his go-to second and fourth quarter line. Agreed?
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about Micic yet.
Well, to me, he had a couple chances to shoot some threes, and then he had that number 40. Dude, why are you take him to the basket and scoring that fool? He's a sub. Yeah. He's a big guy. You're a guard with all kinds of skill. Look to score. Quit trying. Micic he's passive. He's passive. He's in passive mode. I need you to shoot. I need you to be in aggressive scoring mode, and he is not there. Mm-hmm. But like I said, I love what Josh was at, And here are my keys to the game.
Russ played well.
Yeah, and these are my keys to the game, okay? And this is what I thought the Thunder needed to do to get going. It's a good start to second and fourth quarters, which we started for the first 2 minutes. We started good in each quarter, and then those 2 minutes, 3 minutes in between, we do what we do. The coach playing the correct lineups. I will say for the most part, I agree with that, but he's still 2 minutes too long in the second and fourth quarters. And my thing is this: at 7 minutes to go, or 8 minutes to go, if you have to sub anybody else other than SGA, what you're saying is the lineup is not working to what you have in. So instead of bringing in your best player, you bring in an Isaiah Joe, or you bring in a Josh, or you bring in a Wiggins, or you bring in Jay Will. You bring in anybody but your best player when clearly you feel something is not right. And instead of bringing in your best player, you bring in somebody else. Because you're Mr. Minutes Manager. He's a minutes manager. I'm at the point now where that's who he is. He's a minutes manager. That's what he is.
Yep.
He's a minutes manager. Okay? So he's not going to, that's why we're going to stick these two things up. They're going to be up there forever. Good start to second and fourth quarters, and coach playing the correct lineup. Those two things are not going to change until he does those, and he's not going to change. The play starters at least 30 minutes, and we're going to see if that happened. I don't know if that happened or not, but this is a 50-50 game. It's more of a 55-45 game against us. It's a 45-55 game. I don't know if it was a 50-50. Probably 45-55 because they're an elite
I'm
group.
going to tell you what, man. If he messes around and does this in the playoffs, we're going
to lose.
Get swept.
Yep. And then here we go. Josh Giddey stays aggressive, in which Josh was. I thought he should have gave up the ball a couple times, but he was very aggressive. So for the most part, Josh did what Josh does, okay, which I was very happy with.
The thing I liked about Josh tonight, he started off really bad. Like those first, he shanked those.
Yeah.
But then he comes back and he hits a couple threes and he starts being more aggressive. There's a couple passes I was like, all right, man, what are you doing? But for all around, he played after about 5 minutes, he played really well.
Yeah. Well, see, it's like this. What I'm saying about the second quarter is this. Get off to a great start. All of a sudden, it's 41-32 with 8 minutes and 30 seconds. And in 1 minute, and he subbed in, who did he sub in? He subbed in Josh, okay, and K-Wig. He subbed in at 41-32 at 8 minutes and 30 seconds. His starting lineup was J-Dub, Chet, K-Rich, Kaysen, and Joe. So he subbed in Kaysen and Josh. At 7:32, his starting lineup was, it's 41-41. His starting lineup was SGA, Josh, Kaysen, Joe, and K-Rich. Now, at 41-32, he felt a shift. Okay, clearly, because that's who he subbed.
Mm-hmm.
And he waited a whole minute, and then all of a sudden, it's 41-41. And that is the point that we're making with this guy. If you feel a shift, your best player should come into the game immediately. He had 12 after the first quarter. But once again, he's scoring and you sit him an extra minute. He's a minutes manager. That's who he is. He has no feel. Well, he does have a feel for the game. The problem is he wants to keep J-Dub out there. That's the issue, okay? And at the end of the game, as you know, he ran plays for J-Dub. Dude, at the end of the game, put the ball in SGA's hands every time. Let them double team. Let him make the correct pass, and then let's win the game. But instead, you're trying to promote J-Dub. And it's not. He's going to cost us games because of that mentality. Then, of course, at halftime,
he did well tonight. But
yep.
He's not there yet, man.
Yep. But this is the deal. So then he's at 45-45. It's SGA, Dort, Kaysen, Chet, Joe, and K-Rich. Oh, excuse me. It's SGA, Isaiah Joe, Dort, and Chet. And let me see, and Josh. And it was 45-45, okay? We ended up being down 58-61.
Yeah,
because of
not
his
too bad.
substitution
Not too
pattern.
bad though. I think well, because he wasn't in rhythm. They didn't have time to get rid of him.
Well, that's
Like
what
we
I'm
always
saying.
talk about.
He. If you listen, this is my problem with him. When you feel a shift, which clearly you did, clearly you felt a shift because you subbed in guys. So
Right.
you felt the shift, but then you don't put in your best player when you feel a shift. When you feel the shift, your best player should come into the game immediately. But once again, the minutes manager that he is, he doesn't do it. And it costs us every time. And it's always in the second quarter because he wants to make J-Dub something he is not. It's SGA and then J-Dub and Chet 2A, 2B. And tonight it was Josh. Because Chet showed up late. J-Dub made some plays, but for the most part, when the game was on the line, Chet made the big plays tonight. Josh was early. Chet was late. Is that what you
Don't you
think?
think that's going to be I mean, to me, Chet he's turning into a great player, but not necessarily that. He just gives you what you need at the time.
Well, what Chet
You know what I
is,
mean?
Chet is much better in the NBA than he was in college, without question.
Yeah,
Okay,
for sure.
without question. I mean, there's just no question about that. He's much better. So you start the third quarter with your starters. And wait, hold on. Let's go ahead and thank our sponsors real quick, and then we'll come back and we'll do that. Want to thank our sponsors, Collaborative Logic. Appreciate everything that they do for us to keep us up and running. If you have any needs for computers or software to be written to make your office run smoother or website design, hey, those dudes are the thing to do. And plus, the thing I love about them is once you're having a contract with them and they're doing your IT, they can remote in. They don't have to come into your office. They can just remote in and then fix whatever you had. So that's the thing that I love about Collaborative Logic and my guy Russell Williford. Mark Long and SRB, if you have any engineering, surveying, or planning, he is the dude for that. How to my boy? I mean, they are really, really good, and they love to be behind the scenes. There's Smith Roberts and Baldschwater. They're good people. I love those guys over there. And then YNB, family owned and operated since 1912. They are the bank that makes things happen. They're an equal housing lender and a member of the FDIC. Proud sponsor for us to support minority, women, and black-owned businesses. Also, you can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. Or you can go to the main bank and see these guys at 401 Elm, which is downtown. YNB East, which is off the Parkway and 66 or 39th Expressway. YNB Mustang, 218 North Mustang Road. YNB Parkway, which is off Garth Brooks and I-40 and Garth Brooks. You can't miss it. It's right there in front of the hospital. And then YNB Peoples, which is off in Bethany, off 23rd between Rockwell and MacArthur. And our latest sponsor, of course, is Shelter Insurance, the Mark Pemberton Agency, located 4609 Southeast 29th in Dale City, Oklahoma. You can call them 405-670-2424. They're open Monday through Thursday, 9 to 5, Fridays, 9 to 1, proudly serving the Middale area since 1982. So hit our people up. You know, they're supporting us, so please, by all means, go and support them. So starting in the third quarter, we got off to another good start, I thought. Did you not? I thought we got off to a good start.
Third quarter was great. Man.
Yeah, we started out 85-75 with the 5-minute mark, and then you bring in SGA, Josh, Dort, Chet, and Wiggins. I like that 5 too. I really do, except Dort was just awful tonight. And my thing is, when he's not scoring, knocking down threes, stop shooting, but he keeps shooting for whatever reason. Thinking he can go to the basket and do, but like he got a shot blocked twice. What the hell are you doing? Get past the ball out. You're underneath the basket.
Yeah.
Porzingis is 7 foot. You're not going to get your shot off. That's like trying to go up against Chet down low. You're not getting your shot off. He's going to block your shot. Just pass the ball out. And then, of course, you bring in 93-84, SGA, K-Rich, Joe, Dort, and J. Will. And J. Will, I thought, played good tonight. Randy and I were asking about, Randy was asking, when the hell is we're going to see J. Will? And J. Will played great tonight. And the Thunder came in with 2 minutes, and they extended the lead to 98-86, outscoring them 5-2 over the last 2 minutes, which makes all the difference, extending our lead to 12 points going into the third quarter. And at that point, SGA had 33 points in 30 minutes. Okay,
well.
which means he had 12 minutes in the first quarter, 12 minutes in the third quarter, and 6 minutes in the second quarter. That's 30 minutes. Instead of 32 minutes, he was at 6 minutes, at 30 minutes. Once again, the minutes manager, Mark Dagnall, Mr. Minutes Manager, the G League master that he is. So we start out with J-Dub, J-Will, Kaysen, K-Rich, and Meechik. And I just wish we made some big threes right off the bat, okay? And I liked what we were doing. We were aggressive, so I liked what we were trying to do in the beginning of the fourth quarter. I liked kind of our energy and what was going on, and I liked what I was seeing. But on top of that, I was like, we started taking threes. What? Stop taking threes. You're not making them. Quit.
Yeah.
Quit taking threes. What are you guys doing? I didn't understand it. So, my thing is this. I got a little frustrated up in the stands with that. It really got on my nerves, to be honest with you. I'm just like, what the hell? But, when I look at the fourth quarter and what we ended up it just was frustrating. What was your take? And when you look at the numbers there in the fourth quarter or the end of the game, what was your take of what you thought or what you saw there at the end of the game?
Oh, I thought he should have probably. I mean, we got up 18 with about 7-8 minutes to go, somewhere there, and I think right then, right maybe 3-4 seconds before that, he needed to change his lineup because, like you said, like you always say, they were coming, man. I mean, as soon as they made that AO run, it was like, okay, this is gonna be a game, but they would. I mean, they're a good team, and I don't know why the J Will thing dumbfounds me, man. I mean, he comes in here, he does nothing but good things, and it seems like he never gets off the bench for some reason. I don't know why. Especially tonight, because they were putting Horford. I don't know if they ever played Horford and Porzingis together, but they were playing that other guy, Rutherford or whatever his name was, and Porzingis together and Horford and him together a lot. So they were going two bigs, and we're trying to counter with K-Rich and Chet, but I mean, it just I don't know, man.
Which is why the rebounding discrepancy 47-38 was such a difference right there. Exactly what you're talking about.
Well, I don't know what the second chance points number was, but I mean, they were just getting offensive rebound, and I was just like, man, come on now. Well, I think we did get jobbed by the officials quite a bit tonight.
Yeah. Well, put it like this: offensive rebounds was 17-10. They had 17 offensive rebounds to our 10. That was your second half. That was your numbers in the second half, or the total numbers for the game.
So I mean. Yeah, it was just, it's crazy, man. I mean, the offensive rebound thing is just dumbfounding to me. What do you say? We were at one point, I don't know if we still are, but what are we, 30th in the league in offensive? Well, we're gonna
go over all that in a minute. But it's like it's 6 minutes to go. We're still up 15, and you got SGA, Josh, Chet, Kaysen, and Dort. But once again, the flow of the game had changed by the time he put SGA in there at 6 minutes. You could tell, and once again, my thing is with this guy, and I'm going to say this over and over and over and over and over and over and over. If you're watching the game, all you have to see is the flow of the game, because when he makes a substitution in the second and fourth quarters with 8 minutes to go, or if it's anybody other than SGA, he feels the flow of the game changing because he's making a sub. But he doesn't put in his best player to counteract what is going on. That's the issue that we're talking about. That is the problem.
Yeah,
he puts in Kaysen, or he puts in Joe, or he puts in whomever, Dort. He puts in anybody but SGA, but he feels the flow. So if you're a head coach and you feel the flow of the game happening, you're going to put in your best player, not Dagnall. He doesn't do that because he is a minutes manager and he is a G League developmental coach. That's what he is. He is determined in developing players. And once again, the Athletic is right. SGA and Chet are clearly ready to win. Everybody else, they aren't. And J-Dub, if J-Dub was willing to win, he would do what Chet has done. Chet has said, look, SGA is the man. We're gonna put the ball in your hands. I'm gonna let him make a play, and then I'm gonna be ready to receive the play that he's gonna make the correct pass. J-Dub wants to be SGA because that's what Dagnall wants him to be. That's what the Thunder ownership wants him to be. That's what management wants him to be. So he's going to try to take over and try to make plays at the end of games instead of what Chet is doing. Chet is like, look, he's the dude. You make the play, you kick it to me because Chet, SGA is going to make the play, the correct play every time when the double team is made, whatever. He's going to kick it out. Chet made a big three tonight. Why? SGA makes a move, and Chet's man comes over, he hits Chet, and Chet makes a nice three at the end of the game. That's the difference between the two. If J-Dub would just go, look, he's the man. I'm not going to be the man. I'm not going to be that. I am who I am, and I can be the best me. And if the Thunder staff, the Thunder ownership, the Thunder management, and the Thunder coaching staff would go, okay, here's our dude, because everybody clearly understands who the hell the dude is, except the Thunder coaches, the Thunder management, and the Thunder ownership. Everybody else understands who the hell the guy is. Okay, that's the thing, and that's where the Thunder get in trouble every time. This is what happens, and you can just see by the time he gets SGA, he's out of the flow of the game every single time in the second and fourth quarters. And he looked on him to bring us out, and he missed free throws. What did he miss? 3 free throws tonight. When's the last? Listen, I would love to go back and look at when's the last time he missed 3 free throws in a game.
Long time, man.
What?
Time. And up until tonight, they said he made 27 in a row.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. You have to go way back for this guy to miss because he gets him out of rhythm, and people don't understand the rhythm of the game. When your guy is in rhythm, you got to keep that rhythm going. You can't sit him, okay? And if you want to take him and pull him out for a few minutes, that's fine, and put him back in. But once he's rolling, and what have we said? In 50-50 games, SGA need to play 40 minutes, okay? Now, we're going to go, here's the stats for tonight, all right? Here are the stats for tonight. I just don't even want to see this. Here are the stats for tonight.
One thing, and I've said this 300 times, but we're going to see. I mean, the playoffs are going to reveal everything.
Yes.
I mean, we're going to know how he really feels because – which I think we already know, but he's gonna win or lose games if he doesn't play the starters 40 minutes in the playoffs.
Well, this is what I said. I said everybody's starting to play 30 minutes. Here's our deal: Chet 33 minutes, 5 for 8, 3 for 5, 14 points. J-Dub 31 minutes, 6 for 9, 2 for 2, 16 points. SGA 37 minutes, 14 for 22, which is what 55% his normal thing. 3 for 5 from 3. 5 for 8, that's just insane.
That's crazy. Insane.
6 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal, and J-Dub had 3 steals tonight. He played good. 2 blocks, he played good. 5 fouls, and I think that really affected Shea a little bit because you get tentative, but he still had 36 tonight.
Well,
Josh,
they were switching him off on the Porzingis a lot too, which made him even more tentative.
Yes, because you can't. Because Porzingis is going to back him down. And what Chet's got to do, I got to think in here saying, Chet, don't put the damn ball on the floor when you have little guys with you. Kick the ball out, drop back down low when you have Dana White on you. Why are you trying to dribble at the free throw line? Kick the ball out and go back down low and get the ball and reset and turn around and jump hook over him. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Why are you trying to put the ball on the floor? He's going to pick your pocket every freaking time. If you don't have a big man on you, you can't rely on dribbling the ball 2 and 3 and 4 bounces because they're going to collapse on you and steal the ball. Kick the ball out, which he hasn't done. This is the first time he's done that in a long time. I'm going to give that to him.
Mm-hmm.
Josh, 27 minutes, bro. 8 for 14, 4 for 7. Playing great. 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 23 points. He played 27 minutes.
I think since they cut his minutes down, man, I think he's really – it's not that he just needs to play less minutes. I think he's doing more with the minutes he has.
Yeah, but Dort played 37 minutes. 4 for 14, 1 for 7. He took 14 damn shots.
Well,
1
but
for
if
7.
Josh should play defense like Thor, he'd be playing for 37
I agree.
minutes too.
Or if Kaysen played better, and he did not. But Lou Dort, 9 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 3 blocks, and 2 dumbass fouls. The dunk that he fouled on the foul he had on Porzingis on the dunk. What the hell are you doing? He's 7 foot. What are you going to do? That was one of the dumbest fouls. I'm like, what are you doing? But once again, pull his ass out the game when he's going to do stupid stuff like that. Jay Will, 8 minutes, 2 for 4, 1 for 3, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block, huge block by the way, 5 points. He played good when he played. K. Rich,
huge 3 too, man.
Huge 3. K. Rich, 13 minutes, 1 for 3, 0 for 1, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 points. Isaiah Joe, 13 minutes, 4 for 5, 2 for 3. He should have played more tonight, but I don't like when he's trying to be a scorer. I don't like that. Dude, don't try to get scores, step back, sidestep. Look, the reason why your percentage is where it is because you're a catch and shoot. Catch and shoot. Don't try to do moves. Don't try to do all that. And Michik played 11 minutes, which I thought was a lot. 1 for 5, 1 for 4, 5 assists. He just 3 points. I mean, I like him, but no. Kaysen, I thought, I didn't like when I don't know. He's, like you said, he's playing up and down because he is a rookie and he's hitting that wall. 2 for 3, 1 for 2, 5 points. And that was just a little scary for me. But here's the go ahead.
That was a tough call in the first quarter on Tatum. I mean, that was a tough call.
It looked like he looked like he nicked him, but Clay, I mean, it looked like he barely hit his wrist, and that's what they called.
Well, but the thing was, is he kicked his leg out and kicked him
but
before he hit his wrist.
But the point is that he did foul it. If he had have not touched him, I think he gets away with it. But from the angle that we saw, it looked like he touched him on the wrist. Okay.
Well, and Tatum was getting the calls tonight that SGA.
Well, Tatum's gonna get calls. He's a multi all-star. Dude, listen, stop. Listen, this is my thing. SGA is not going to get calls until he's an All-NBA star again. If he's first-team All-NBA again, if he's an All-Star again, which he's going to be an All-Star again, if he's first-team All-NBA again, then I'm going to say, okay, they're going to start giving me calls. But 1 year, do what you do. You got to play more than that in order to get calls, okay? Tatum has been a perennial All-Star. He's been a perennial first or second-team All-NBA. He's going to get calls.
Okay.
So that's how that works. I have no issue with that. And because my thing is this, SGA should get calls. He does not get calls. There's no way the hell he should be against the way the Celtics play defense. He should not only go to the line 8 times. There's no way. He should only go to the line 8 times. And when you look,
2 of them were at the end of the game, and one of them was a tech.
So. Yeah, and then free throws. This is my thing. Okay. Let me see. Where's the free throws? They were 24-29. And we were 13-17.
Yeah.
We got to shoot more. We got to shoot more. And we just do. Now, here's my thing with the Thunder. We're rolling, which is very good. Okay. Now, I did not. Here are the standings. Now, of course, this is not including tonight. This is as of today. Okay. This is not tonight's wins. T-Wolves 24-8. They lost. In fact, they got smoked last night. Thunder are 22-9, now 23-9. Winners of their last 5 in a row. Nuggets 24-11, 1.5 games back, and I don't know if they won tonight. I haven't seen what they. Did you see whether the Wolves and the Nuggets played?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead.
The Clippers, to me, the 2 hottest teams in the West. There are 3 teams that are hot in the West to me. That is the Suns. That's the Thunder, and that's the Clippers.
Yeah, Clippers are playing well.
Clippers are playing really well. Them and the Thunder have the best. I mean, the Clippers are what, 15-3 or 15-4 in their last 20 games, 19 games, 18 games, something like that.
Something like that. But you know what? I mean, what's just unbelievable to me in this 5-game stretch or 10-game stretch, whatever you want to go with. We have beaten some teams that are on a roll.
Yes.
And they're good teams. Good teams.
Okay,
Like,
this
we,
is who
you know,
this is who we
the
beat.
Nuggets.
Okay, I'm gonna go through our last games. Since we lost to the Kings, we beat the Nuggets, we beat the Grizzlies, we beat the Clippers, we lost to the Lakers, we beat the Wolves, we beat the Knicks, we beat the Nuggets. Okay, then we beat the Nets and beat the Celtics. So we beat the Celtics, we beat the Nuggets twice, we beat the Grizzlies, we beat the Clippers, we beat the T Wolves, and the Knicks. The Knicks who beat they're the ones who beat the T Wolves last night. But yeah, that's who we beat.
Hey, so also to pile onto that, the Clippers were on a 9-game winning streak when we beat them.
Yes.
And the Nuggets were they were 10-1 or 9-1 in their last 10 before we beat them, and their only loss was to us previously.
Right.
And then we beat them again.
Right. And that's the thing when you look at our next 10 games, like we've talked about. Okay, like you and I have really talked, not necessarily in nauseum, but we've talked about the next 10 games, and we're doing them 10 at a time. So we have the Hawks, and right now we're 2-0 in this 5-game streak. So we should, the worst we should be is 4-1. That in this 5 games, we should be 5-0.
You're talking about
we have at the
starting with
Hawks
the Nets, right?
tomorrow night. No, we have at the Hawks tomorrow night. We're 2-0 in this 5-game stretch. We're at the Hawks, at the Nets, at the Wizards. So the worst we should be after the first 5 games is 4-1. That's the worst we should be.
I could see the Hawks being a trap game, man.
That's what I said. That's 4-1. We're 2-0.
Yeah, but then the Nets on the road, we should beat that team.
That's what I'm saying. We should beat the Nets. We should beat the Wizards. The Hawks is a trap game because it's tomorrow night. Okay? That's what I'm saying. So in this first 5 games, we should be 4-1. If we're 3-2, it's a disappointment. If you're 3-2, you threw away the Celtics game means nothing. If you're 3-2, you threw that game away. That game means nothing if you're 3-2 in this first 5. But that second 5, you're at the Heat, the Blazers at home, and the Magic. So the Heat's going to be tough. You should win the Blazers. You should win the Magic. Even the Magic's going to be a tougher game than the Blazers. You still should. So you should be 2-1 in that stretch. And then you have at the Lakers and at the Clippers. If you're 1-1, I'm thrilled.
And that's on a back-to-back.
Yes,
by the way.
I'm thrilled. If we go 1-1,
yeah,
I'm thrilled.
Yeah, for sure.
And the Lakers game is on
that
NBA TV, and then the Clippers game is on TNT.
I'd like that one win to be the Lakers.
No, I like that win to be the Clippers more than the Lakers.
No,
I'd rather be the Clippers because the Clippers are more in our groove or in our face than the Lakers right now.
Yeah, but the Lakers have our number, man.
I understand. I understand what you're saying, but I'm saying the way everybody's playing right now, I'd rather keep that advantage over the Clippers because we're 2-0 against the Clippers.
I think we've only played them once.
We played them once.
Yeah, and Kawhi was out too.
So to me, we have to win that game. And the Lakers, since they beat us, they shot their wad beating us. Okay.
Yes, they did.
They did it. They played their best game, whatever, and they did whatever. That they haven't been the same team since. It took everything for them to do because I think they had a concerted effort to say we're going to come in and we're going to beat the Thunder because the Thunder beat us at first. Okay, so I think that's what that was. But I'm saying that if we go 1-1 with those two, I'm completely happy. But I'd rather lose to the Lakers than the Clippers because I think the Lakers are going to be not. I don't look at them being in the top, just fighting us for 3, 4, 5 position. If that at the end of the year.
No.
You see what I'm saying?
It's going to be interesting to see how this January goes because if we're still playing as well at the end of January as we are now, I think that's pretty good. That's a good sign because this is by far our hardest month of the year. We have 17 games and 5 back-to-backs for sure. No doubt. But we have the Clippers on TV, so we'll see what Dagnall is going to do. If he's going to sit SGA after SGA is rolling, he's going to sit him that long. We're going to see if he does that, which I don't think he will, but we'll see. Season stats. Here are the numbers that you were talking about since you're Mr. Numbers. Okay. Here's your wheelhouse. We're ranked 4th in scoring,
at 121.3. Up, we were at 117 last year, so we're up 4 points. 4 points a game. Opponents, we're only giving up 112. We're ranked 11th, which is what I talked about us being if we're going to be a top contender. If we're in the top 10, we're really going to be one of the top 2 or 3 teams. But in order to do that, you got to be in the top 10. But we're just outside, which is about 4th or 5th, which is where I think we'll end up being, but we'll see. Field goal percentage, we're 3rd. 49.9. If you told me we were going to shoot 50% as a team, I would have licked the bottom of your shoes. I thought, what?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then defensive,
numbers coming.
And then defensively, 50.1, we're ranked 3rd. Now, the 3 things we talked about the Thunder needed are, 1, that they needed shooting. Okay, we clearly got the best teacher of shooting in the NBA. So we grabbed him from the Golden State. I mean, from the San Antonio Spurs. So we stole him.
I thought we got him from the Warriors.
No, we got him from the Spurs. So that's clearly has paid off. Okay, and then the second thing we need to do is be better defensively on guarding the perimeter. And clearly we're ranked 3rd in field goal percentage and 9th in 3-point percentage. So clearly that's work. But what kills us is the third thing that we need is an inside presence. And that's where we are defeated at this point. So we're going to get into what that matters. 3-point percentage, we're ranked first at 39.1. That's just insane.
Crazy.
Insane.
Crazy, because we were, 32% as a team 2 years ago?
Yes,
something like that?
It's
30,
crazy.
Maybe even worse than that?
Yes, that's where we're at. 2 years, what he's done. Assists, we're 16th, and we're 22nd as far as giving up assists, which I think is high, which is low, I'm sorry. I think we're better than that, but clearly we're not. Pips, points in the paint, we're now 11th, and we were better than that last year. But we're 5th in giving up points in the paint, which means that we're not giving up. We're very good at taking charges, and teams are we're forcing teams not to drive. So we're very good at team defense and cutting off the lanes. That's what that says. Assist to turnover ratio, we're 7th, and we were 1st last year, 2nd. And we're 2nd right now in defense. Turnovers, we are 12.6. We're 6th in the NBA. Okay, but
really good.
But we are 1st at 16.5 as far as turning the team over. That's number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
really
where were we at tonight?
Really good.
15. We have 15 now?
Something like that.
I think we're 15. So
I have to look.
Yeah, we're right at our number. Offensive rebounds, we're 30th. Offensive rebounds giving up, we're 29th, which is the big thing that we're talking about, the third thing that we're missing. Shooting we took care of. Perimeter defense we took care of. Inside presence is the one thing that we're missing. So that's the thing that we've got to fix. The Sam Presti's got to fix. That's the glaring number. Defensive rebounds we're 16th. 14th giving up offensive rebounds on opponents. Second quarter, this is the thing. We're 17th, averaging 28.5. Opponents, we're 8th. So we're stopping them. We're just not scoring. And in the fourth quarter, we're 29.5, and the opponents are we're 19th. So what's happening in the fourth quarter? He's playing SGA sooner. So we're better and more efficient offensively in the fourth quarter because he's not holding him out to 5 minutes. He's playing him 7-8 minute mark. So we're better offensively. We're scoring more points. Huh?
Which is weird what he did. It's weird what he did tonight because he held him out. So what did he come in at 6:30?
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah,
7 minutes. I was.
He came in at 6. He came in at 6:04.
Yeah, what is he doing?
It's him. He's minutes manager. Once again, he's trying to make J-Dub the dude. I'm telling you, he's not the dude. And I don't know. The Thunder are destined to do the same thing they did with Russell and.
Don't say it.
No, they're doing the same thing. They're doing the same thing, bro. They're doing the same thing with K. They're trying. Like I saw something that the Thunder are trying to force SGA into wanting to trade, so they can go. Well, he didn't want to be here. Well, look what the hell you're doing. You're making him not want to be here. That's what you're doing, and it's subtle. And those of us who see the game understand what the hell you're doing. Okay, we understand what the hell you're doing, but the average person does not because they don't see what we see. Now, defensive net rating, points allowed, we're 11th. Field goal percentage, we're first. Steals, we're fourth. Blocks, we're second. How about that? In blocks, 6.6. Turnovers.
Well, we know what that. I mean, we know why that is.
Yeah, turnovers. Yeah, Chet's doing fantastic. And then the defensive rating, we're ranked sixth at 1.077.
Wow.
Those are good numbers.
Don't forget about number one in the NBA in free throw percentage too.
Yeah,
that's what's so dumbfounding about tonight.
Yeah, you're gonna have off nights. So SGA's MVP case. He's third at 31.2, which is gonna go up 31.3 or 4, whatever. 54.6%, 17th. 2.6 steals, he's first. 6.3 assists, he's 15th. And then he's had his 22nd 30-point game, which he's second behind Luka. And, and my thing is this. It's coming down between three people. Joel Embiid.
Giannis, Embiid.
No, it's coming down between it's coming down between, to me, really, it's coming down between two because Dallas is so far down the list. You can't give, even though Doncic is doing numbers, you're not going to give somebody whose team is fifth or sixth. You can put up great numbers, but if you're not making your team win, they're not. They did that to Jokic a couple years ago, which was a freaking joke. They're not going to do that again. So, to me, it's coming down between Joel Embiid, Jokic, and SGA. That's who it's coming down between. And when you look at defensive ratings and all that, SGA and Joel Embiid are 1-2. Okay, that's where they're at right there. They're 1-2. So that's where you see. Okay, and to me, if the Thunder,
out of those three teams, we have the best record.
Right, but this is the thing. If the Thunder, but it just depends on where the Thunder end up. They have to end up second. Okay, first, second. We have to be ahead of Denver. We have to be ahead of Denver in wins, and we have to be ahead of Philadelphia. But on the same side is the difference between the Thunder and Philly. Philly are winning without Joel Embiid. The Thunder are not going to win without SGA. Okay,
no,
they're not going to win without him. But they're a plus with SGA with Joel Embiid on the court, and they're a plus with him off the court. We're not a plus with SGA off the court.
Well, because we don't have a Tyrese Maxey.
No, we don't have a Maxey. J-Dub is not Tyrese Maxey, and he's not.
No.
Now,
and we don't have a Tobias Harris either. Nobody on our team, our third player on our team, is not that good.
No. Chet's getting there. I agree. Chet's getting there. Our second and third are not their second and third. That's the difference. Right. Not yet. But the difference is, the difference is Nick Nurse understands, hey, we're going through the big fella. You other two are second, and you're A-B. He's one. The Thunder are like, oh, well, Chet and J-Dub, they can be 1A and 1B. That's what the hell they're thinking. No, they're 2A, 2B. Whichever one you want to pick, 2A, 2B, it doesn't matter. You can pick either one to do whichever. It's irrelevant. But they're 2A, 2B. That's who the hell they are. They're not 1-0. Neither one of them are 1. They're both 2A, 2B.
If you go 4 through 10, though, I think we're better.
Oh, there's no question. There's no question that our bench is great. So when you look at Chet for his Rookie of the Year case, he's averaging 17.7, 7.8 rebounds, which is second to the big fella. And you know who I'm talking about. Because I don't know if you saw Wembanyama's dunk the other night against Dana White. Oh, my God. Bro, oh my God. He looked like me playing against our second graders or you playing against your daughter. That's what it looked like. You know what I'm saying? It was bad. He just elevated. I'm like, oh my God. Chet doesn't have plays like that. Like tonight, he went to the basket, dunked the damn ball. You're trying to do whatever, dunk the damn ball. But I don't think that's in Chet's deal. 2.5 assists and 54. So Chet, is online, and here's the Thunder shooting percentage. I've got to switch this around and put points first. SGA 31 points a game, 54.6, 31.7, and he's starting to shoot better from three. And if he gets to 40%, it's over. The league is over. And everybody talks about, well, the league is catching up to SGA. Well, what SGA is, he's a smart player. And they're double teaming him, so he's picking his spots. And that's what he does. He will go 3 or 4 possessions, boom, I'm going to score 7 points in 3 possessions. And then I'm going to sit for a minute, y'all do all y'all things, and all of a sudden, everybody else is going to score a little bit, and you're going to forget about me, and I'm going to go boom, boom. And all of a sudden, I got 12. And then all of a sudden, I got 19. All of a sudden, I got 24. All of a sudden, I got 30. That's how he works. He works in spurts. He works in 3 or 4 possession spurts is what he does, which is why he's so effective. J-Dub, 18 points a game, 51 and 41. Like tonight, they did a deal. Yeah. Like tonight at the game.
From Cam Johnson.
Yeah, he is. Well, Cam ain't him. Anyway, I was laughing because tonight in the program, they had a little stat on who's the Thunder player that's got blah, 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 shooting 17 points a game, whatever, and then blah, blah, blah. And I just started laughing. Maya Mark Long's wife sent it to me, and we just all started laughing. Like, we know, I mean, really? So let's talk about that versus, let's see, in the last 10 of our last 12 games, your best player who you don't talk about has had 34, 34, 38, 30, 43, 25, 30, 31, 34, 34, 36, 40, 24, and 36 when you've won 10 out of your last 13 games. 10 out of your last 12. Let's bring up the guy who's averaging 18 points, 51%, 40. Let's bring that up. Instead of a guy in your last going 10 or 12 went 34, 34, 38, 30, 43, 25, 30, 31, 34, 34, 36, 40, 24, and 36. Let's talk about that. Do you bring that up? No. Do you bring up the fact that he's one of 3 guys in history to go 30 and 50? You don't bring that up. And he's getting ready to do it again. Now, how many players have done it twice? The only player that's done it twice would probably be Jordan. It's the only guard who's done it more than once.
I was just thinking about something. You know how crazy this would be, and I know that it's probably not going to happen, but it's going to be close. You know how crazy it would be to have SGA average over 30 and shoot 50%, Chet to go 50, 40, 90, and J-Dub to go 50, 40, 90?
Yes.
How crazy would that be?
Yeah, because SJ would be 50, he would be 50, 30, 90, but he would be 30 points. Right. He'd be 30 points, 50% shooting. Yeah, that's insane, which is where you're on pace now. Crazy. Chet's on pace to be Chet's on pace to be 17, 50, 40. J-Dub is on pace to be 18, 50, 40.
Mm-hmm. And more than all 3 of those guys shoot at least 85.
And that's the whole thing. To me, Thunder is like, look, do SGA, and I think they're afraid of because what happened with Russell. They're trying to do the whole team thing. You know, not promote one guy. It seems like to me they're trying to stop what happened to Russell. Well, Russell's a jacket. He's not SGA. And that's what they're promoting him. But you did that on your own when you promoted him over over KD, which is still the stupidest thing I've ever seen. And now you're redoing it by promoting this guy over this guy. This is stupid stuff. You're going to repeat something you've already done that didn't work. Now, we've talked about 3 things, and this is our last subject. The Thunder are missing one thing: inside presence. Okay, agreed?
Mm-hmm.
And
well, I mean, they're not missing it. They just don't play it.
Well, I'm just saying. Okay, and then this is the deal.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. OKC mock trade for Lauri Markkanen, which is everybody's up in arms about. The Jazz get Kaysen, Jang, Davis, Bertans, 2024 first-round pick via Utah, so we're giving Utah back their pick. 2024 first-round pick via Houston, which both of those are protected. Houston is not going to be – that pick's not going to be very good. Agreed? It's going to be 17, 8, 6, whatever.
Yeah.
Now, the Utah pick's going to be very good, but it doesn't matter because it's top 10 protected anyway. It's protected anyway, so we won't get that pick anyways if it's protected, which they're going to be. And then the 2025 via Philly, the 2027, our 2027 first-round pick, and our 2029 first-round pick. Okay, give me your in-depth analysis of what you think that should happen you're pro making that happen, and why you don't like it, or what would you change in it? So give me that breakdown.
Yeah, so I like the trade. I don't like, I like our side of the trade and what we're getting. I don't like what we're giving up. I'm not giving up Taysom. I'm sorry. I don't care who it is. I'm not giving up Taysom. You give up, to me, I take some of those first. I don't want to give up our 27 and 29 picks either. You can give up those other ones, but I don't want to give up our 27 and 29 because at that point, we're going to need those to get our one guy a year. And because then we're going to be over the salary cap at that point. Salary or the tax for sure, depending on who depending on who stays and who goes. But I mean, you're gonna have Chet on a max contract. You're gonna have SGA on a super max. You're gonna have J-Dub probably on a max contract. You're gonna have Josh on a decent sized contract. So we're gonna need those draft picks at that point, kind of like what Denver's doing right now. And so to me, I start throwing in. I mean, just throw in. Okay, this is what I do. I do Jang. I do Bertans. I do
not Kaysen under no circumstances.
No, under no circumstances do I put Kaysen in that deal. You might give up like, I don't really know, man. You might give up like Trey Mann or somebody like that. I mean, I wouldn't even want that guy, but to me, you litter it with seconds. Like throw like 6 seconds in there and 3 firsts or something like that.
Yeah,
because we got seconds coming out of our ears, man. And
first too.
So, but those first, we do, but those first are going to be very valuable in the future.
Well, but but not next year.
No. See, I'm good with the 24s and the 25s.
Right.
But when you get into the 26s to the 29s, I think we need to keep.
Well, we're doing 27 and 29.
Yeah, and I think we need to keep those. I mean, that's just my opinion.
Well, my deal is this.
I mean,
okay, go ahead.
I was going to say because like I said, we're going to need those. And, I mean, they might not be very good, but they can also be trade bait for something that we do need.
Right.
So, I mean, that's just we're giving up too much. We're giving up too much. We don't need him that bad.
Okay. This is
I like it, but we don't need it that bad.
This is my breakdown. One, it would solve the issue we have with offensive rebound, giving up offensive rebounds. It would solve that issue. Okay.
Is he that good of a rebounder?
Yes, he can rebound. Okay, you go look up his numbers. So that would solve that issue because your starting 5 would be SGA, J-Dub, Dort, Marketing, and Chet. That's a nice 5, bro. That's a nice 5.
Yeah.
No, that's a nice 5. Sure. You can be whatever. That's a nice 5, okay? That's a nice 5. But my thing is, under no circumstances I'm giving up Kaysen. Because what that reminds me of is what we did to the Clippers. Because Doc Rivers did not want to give up SGA. But in order to get Paul George, Sam Presti, being the genius that he is, and you talk about him fleecing people all day long, which he does in trades, his deal was, no, we want SGA. Now, did anybody think SGA was going to be what he is? No. Today? No. But did they think he was going to be similar to what he is? Yes. Okay? And everybody in the clip, and Doc Rivers says that, he goes, did I think SGA was going to be what SGA is now? No. But I think he was going to be something close to this? Yes. They did not want to give him up. And Doc Rivers talks about, hey, we were trying to get Kawhi to, hey, look, our team is set. Come here, we got some young pieces, let's go. But Kawhi wanted Paul George. Now, to me, what they want is Kaysen. You don't need Kaysen, you already got something, but Kaysen is the thing. Now, would Davis Bertans do better for Utah than us? 100%. But under no circumstances do you give up a promising first-round guard like Kaysen. Under zero circumstances am I giving him up. Now, the picks I don't care about, because this is why I don't care about 27 and 28. This is why I don't care about them, okay? That's 4 years from now. 4 years from now, your team is already together. Now, the question is, if you do it in marketing in 2 years, which is, 24, 25, 25, 26, you'd have to re-sign him, okay?
That's the same year you got to put J-Dub on contracts, too.
J-Dub, you got to re-sign Josh next year. Then you got to re-sign the next year. You got to re-sign J-Dub and Chet. Then that next year, which is the year we're talking, that year after that, is you got to sign SGA to that $400 million deal. Okay, that's $80 million a month, $80 million a year. So you have the money because the salary cap will be through the roof. And now what you're saying is don't do anything because we can have the rookie guys, then you can let guys go. But, how much is Wiggins going to cost? How much is Kaysen really going to cost you at that point? How much, you know what I'm saying? How much is those guys really going to cost you at that point?
Well, see, here's the thing, though, too. That's the problem you see with the Suns and the Warriors and
no. The Warriors, what the Warriors did is they rode those guys that foursome or that threesome as long as they possibly could, and they added pieces. And the deal is this.
No, I'm just saying, like the current Warriors team.
Yeah,
like
but what I'm saying is you can't compare the two because the Thunder are where the Warriors were, but by the time the Warriors got good, they're 2 years or 3 years from where we are now. They were in their late 20s when they started getting good. We're still early, so our track is earlier than theirs.
The point I'm trying to make is more not to where we're doing right now, but the point I'm trying to make is you see all these guys doing these trades and showing off these big contracts. Well, what suffers is the rotation players. You got to have those guys.
Yes, but what I'm saying is at this point you're a four-headed monster, or if you don't do marketing. Your three-headed monster you're taking care of, which is Chet, J-Dub, and SGA. So your three-headed monster is taken care of. Kaysen is not going to cost you a whole lot of money. And remember, the salary cap will be way higher than what it is. So Kaysen is not going to cost you a lot. You can still keep Wiggins around for a reasonable amount of money. You can still keep Isaiah Joe around for a reasonable amount of money, unless teams just come in and steal them from you. But what you're saying is keep those draft picks because you can go in and you can get you another Wiggins. You can go in and get you another Joe. You can go and get you another, you know what I mean? That's what you're saying. And I agree with that. To me, right. I don't do anything. But if I'm going to do something, I don't mind doing the marketing deal for now, but it's a 2-year deal. Because we can't afford to keep him we can't keep him if he's going to continue to be an all-star. And the question is also, does he stunt Chet's growth?
Mm-hmm. Right. Right.
So those are things you got to worry about. So to me, I don't do anything this year. I don't do anything this year. I let this year play out and see. Okay, after the end of this year, when we get beat in the playoffs, okay, what do we need to add now to take us over the hump? Besides a new coach, that's not a minutes manager. But besides that, what do we need to do team wise to take us to another level? What piece do we have to add? And can you add that piece through the draft? Go ahead.
I don't know. I don't
either.
Because you need a big guy. I don't think you can.
I don't know. But I'm just saying is the problem with marketing is I love the idea. If we can get him without Kaysen, because I'm not giving up Kaysen, because to me that smells the SGA Thunder Clippers deal. That's what that smells to me. You got an up-and-coming promising guy, and you get rid of him in your rookie year, which is what they did. Be giving us SGA, which is exactly what they did. And you don't do that.
I mean, you got the what's his name, the Drew's guy from Purdue. He's probably going to be.
He'll be gone by the time we get where we need to be with him.
Well, if we want him, I mean, we can get anybody we want.
Now my problem with him is he's a stiff. He doesn't give me any. This is the NBA, not college.
Right.
And the NBA is way more athletic. The NBA is way more athletic than it is in college. And then also, Chet is way better in college now in the NBA than he was in college.
Yeah,
he's a far better player.
It's so much easier. The big guys that can rebound they're littered and there's a dime a dozen.
Yep.
I mean,
but the problem is we don't have a rim. We don't have a rim protector other than Chet.
Sure, like who would be great would be that which they're not giving him up, but would be Zubac. I mean, somebody like
they're
that.
They're not giving Zubac up.
Awesome.
Yeah, well, the guy. Like that. But the guy from Purdue is like that. He's a Zubac. He's a little bigger than Zubac, but he's a Zubac. That's what he is. But Zubac doesn't.
I think Zubac's a little bit better, but I mean.
Well, but I'm saying that's who he is. He's a taller Zubac from the Clippers. That's what he is.
Sure.
And every team has that big, strong guy who takes up a lot of space and paint, which is what he would do. But does he solve your rim protecting problem? And the Thunder are very good now at team defense and cutting off the paint. But he would stop the offensive rebound stuff that Chet can't. Chet's not a defensive rebounder. He just doesn't have the body. He doesn't. He can't. He block a shot and that's it. He doesn't block a shot and turn around and block another shot and turn around and block another shot, which is the difference between him and Wembanyama. Wembanyama can block a shot, then turn around and block another shot, and you come up again, he's going to block it again. Chet might get you once, maybe twice, but he's not going to get you 3 times.
Speaking of that, did you see Jay Will's second bounce block the other night?
Yes.
That was pretty sweet.
Yeah,
That was pretty sweet.
Yeah, listen. The coach, he's a minutes manager, and we're stuck with who he is. And everybody goes, well, we're winning. Yeah, but we're winning in spite of him, not because of. And all of us who understand basketball get it. Those people who don't understand, like we're talking to some people tonight, they're like, Matt, I understand what you're saying, but I don't understand what you're saying because all I see is us winning. At the end, I go, I understand what you're saying, but me as a player and understanding what's happening, it bothers me what I see. Because I'm like, bro, you're making mistakes and doing stuff that you shouldn't make. Damn,
I know you're probably going to disagree with me, but I think the coach thing's going to take care of itself because this guy, I said it 3 times already tonight, but if he does this in the playoffs and then we are expected to win next year and he's doing this stuff, he's going to get killed.
Well, the thing is this, if he doesn't change, we're on national TV once a month. In January, February, March. Okay? Once a month we're on TV.
We'll be on a lot more.
Well, no, but right now we're on TV once a month. So the question is, when we're on national TV, what is he going to do? When we're on the national TV against the Clippers in LA, what's he going to do? And if you're sitting SGA, if SGA is going off in the first or third quarter and you're sitting him for 7 minutes, they're going to go off.
I don't think he's changing.
No, but I'm just saying, I hope not. I hope he doesn't, so they can go off on him. So everything that you and I are talking about gets exposed nationally, because I promise you and I saying it versus Kenny and Charles and all them saying it are 2 totally different things.
Right.
Okay, if he's costing you games because of his rotations, you think they're not going to say it because they're going to – the thing is this, what he doesn't understand is people are starting to pay attention to Thunder games. They're watching what he's doing. Because the Thunder are now ranked 2nd in the West. They're starting to pay attention. They're watching the Bali replays. They're watching what he's doing. They're paying attention now. We don't have everybody's full attention, but after beating Boston tonight, I can promise you we beat Boston, the Nuggets twice, and the Timberwolves in the last and the Clippers and lost the Lakers. But in the last 10 games, that's who we beat. That's drawing attention. Okay, it's not like it's not like we were doing what the Clippers were doing, beating teams that suck. We're beating the cream of the crop. So he's starting to be watched, and so I'm excited about that. So, any other finishing comments you want to talk about tonight, bro?
No, I'm good, man. I think I'm sitting here watching the Magic and the Warriors. And I'm sitting here thinking, man, you know what? The Magic are us without SGA. They are good. Wow, they are good.
Okay. All right, my brother. Well, hey, peace out. Be good, man.
You too, man.
And I'll see you tomorrow on, we'll talk about this in depth more tomorrow on the Unpopular Hour about 2 o'clock. But great show tonight, man. And I think the Thunder I just loved what I saw from them. But, SGA getting out of rhythm, dude. When we're in 50-50 games, dude, you can't dude, it's just like, this guy is ridiculous. This guy is ridiculous. Yeah, but my thing is this. When you get him out of rhythm, then he's going to do a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Because he's not in rhythm scoring. Because when he's in rhythm scoring, then that allows he gets away with more defensively. But when he's not in rhythm scoring, he's just out there as a player, he doesn't have the full attention. Whereas let's see, let's check this out. Okay, I'm gonna look at real quick the box score. Let's look at what the Celtics did. Tatum played 38. He was 10 for 21 for 30 points. Porzingis, who killed us from the very beginning, played 35 minutes. And Brown played 38. So Tatum played 38. Porzingis played 35. Brown played 38. They had 30, 34, and 15. Brown did not have a good game. He was 4 for 18, 0 for 3. Excuse me. Yeah, 4 for 18, 0 for 3. Okay. The Thunder, however, Chet played 33, SGA played 37, J-Dub played 31. And then Dort played 37, which is 4 for 14, which is like, to me, get his ass out the game. When he's not scoring, I don't need you shooting. Stop shooting. Stop shooting. If your game is not on and you're not scoring, stop trying to create shots for you. Stop. I don't need you to do none of that. I need you to focus on defense. When you're not scoring, after you're scoring, I have zero problems. But shooting 14 times, when's the last time you shot that many times?
Last time we lost, probably?
Yeah. I mean, it's like ridiculous, dude. Quit shooting. So, all right, brother, have a good one. Be safe.
Oh, you too, man.
And once again, the Thunder took care of business tonight, improving to 23-9. Gotta love that, man, don't you? That sounds really good. 23-9. I think they're gonna get past my 28-12. Don't you think? I'm not gonna. Well, actually, I'm not, because that's winning 6 out of our next 8. That's what they got to come to.
That's a little lofty, but that's okay. I didn't think we'd be here either, so.
Oh, excuse me, 5 out of our next 8. I'm sorry, that's 5 out of our next 8. We got to win 5 out of our next 8, which is possible, right?
Tough ones. We got some tough ones coming up, though.
I know, but 5 out of our next 8, that's possible, don't you think? I mean, we have at the Hawks, at the Nets, at the Wizards, at the Heat, Blazers at home, Magic, at the Clippers, so we should get Clippers, Wizards, Blazers. That's 3, right?
Yeah.
The Nets, Wizards, and Blazers. That's 3, and then the Hawks is a 50-50. The Heat's a 50-50. The Magic is a 50-50. The Lakers and Clippers. So we can get 5 out of the next 8. And if we do that, we'll be at my magic mark of 28 and 12 after 40, which is what I think. And where were you at 25 and 15? 26 and 14? Where were you at?
26 and 14, 27 and 13, I think is where I was.
No, you were not at 27 and 13. You were not that high. No, you were at 25. You were at 25 and 15, 26, 14. You were not at 27, 13. No, you were not that high. Because you thought we were going to do worse in the last 10 than we did.
Well, I mean,
come on now. See, you're trying to. Okay.
I'll give you 26 and 14.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back and look at that, because I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm not giving you that. Anyway, that's my boy Nathan Taylor of YNB. See you tomorrow, and everybody else, be safe and